meditation on the larger Catechism, we come now to question number 164, which reads as follows. How many sacraments hath Christ instituted in His church under the New Testament? The answer is, under the New Testament, Christ hath instituted in His church only 2 sacraments, baptism and the Lord's Supper. We've begun a meditation on the sacraments that Christ has given to His church. These are ordinances that have been set apart to signify and seal the grace of the gospel to us. This particular question focuses on the number of sacraments that Christ has given to us. This comes into something of a dispute with the Roman Catholic Church, which holds to 7 sacraments being given to the church, whereas the Reformed churches hold to only 2 sacraments, baptism and the Lord's Supper. Roman Catholics recognize a variety of other sacraments, including, besides baptism and the Lord's Supper, confirmation, contrition or penance, ordination, and marriage. And what was the other?
Last rites.
Last rites. Unction and last rites, that's right. I left that for last. So the Catholic Church recognizes these 7 sacraments, and you might wonder, why do we only hold to 2, or why do they promote 7? Well, first of all, the sacraments are given for the church. They're designed to be signs and seals of the grace of God given to us in the gospel of Christ. Now, the marriage institution is an institution that's given, and it symbolizes the relationship between Christ and His church, but it's not an institution which is solely given to the church. All men and nations take part in that institution, and what is more, it's an institution that had its origins at creation, and was not specifically given by Christ in the New Testament and the gospel accounts for His church. So we don't consider marriage to be a sacrament. Similarly, celibacy or ordination is not something that is reserved or is something that is reserved for exclusive groups within the church, but the sacraments are given to the whole church and not just to a part of the church. The other sacraments don't signify or seal much of anything. Where is the picture that signifies the seal of God's grace? Nor do they celebrate the whole of God's redemptive work, but just focus on a portion of it. So the Reformed churches have held to only 2 sacraments being instituted by Christ in the gospel accounts and given to the church. These are baptism and the Lord's Supper.